What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching TF4 Talk. This is just a web series where we talk about all things that are related to Transformers Age of Extinction. This is episode 1, and yes, you heard right, this is the very first episode for TF4 Talk, and this web series is where we talk about all things Transformers Age of Extinction. I got a lot of things to talk about, and that's why I'm starting this web series. I've seen the movie twice already. I'm going to see it for a third time tonight in IMAX 3D, and there's just a lot of things to discuss. First of all, I want to get a lot of things off my chest. I got a lot of questions that need to be answered, and on top of that, we got to talk about the Blu-ray release. We got to talk about the release of the toys, and you know what? Still a lot of people haven't seen the movie yet just because the movie hasn't been released in other parts of the world. For example, on July 5th, the UK finally sees its release. Netherlands gets it on July 10th. Japan gets it on August 8th. So there's a lot to talk about. Now, in this very first episode, we're going to talk about box office. I was always very curious about how this movie is going to do domestically for its opening weekend, and also how it's going to be received worldwide. I mean, Michael Bay has a lot of different things going for this movie, a lot of fresh new things, especially since it really feels like a reboot and the start of a new trilogy. He replaced the entire human cast. He's redesigned all the robots. In fact, Optimus and Bumblebee have been completely redesigned, brings in a completely new Autobot cast, as well as bringing in Dinobots and having it a more global story by having it being filmed in Hong Kong and China. So there's a lot of different things and fresh new things going for this movie. Also, this movie has a 3-year gap between Dark to the Moon and Transformers Age of Extinction, unlike their standard 2-year gap with Revenge of the Fallen and Dark to the Moon. So after 3 years, the fans are probably thinking, you know what, it's time for another sequel. So they've been waiting patiently, and finally the movie is here. And well, let's see how it did on its opening weekend. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. On its opening weekend, domestically, Transformers Age of Extinction brought in exactly $100 million. All right, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as well as the Thursday night previews, which accounted for $8.75 million. All right, so $100 million domestically. Now, with the rest of the world, internationally, it did $202.1 million internationally, with $92 million of it from China alone. So China made up pretty much half of that $202.1 million international total. So that is pretty insane. Now, it could possibly be the biggest opening for China. I can't confirm that, but it is possible that the $92 million is the biggest opening in China for a Hollywood film, which is pretty impressive. Now, as for the entire world, the domestic and the international box office results total to $302.1 million worldwide. That is impressive. That is just really, really awesome. And the rest of the world hasn't even seen the movie yet. It's just certain countries, and as time goes by, the movie is going to continue to open, and Michael Bay cast and crew is going to continue making their rounds for the premieres around the country. So pretty awesome. Now, with regards to biggest opening weekends for 2014 domestically, let's take a look at how it did. Alright, so here we go. We have the list right here, and that is that Transformers Age of Extinction is now the current record holder for biggest domestic opening weekend at $100 million. Trailing along at number 2 is Captain America the Winter Soldier at $95 million, Godzilla at $93 million, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 at $91 million, and X-Men Days of Future Past at $90 million. So Transformers Age of Extinction did a whole $5 million more than Captain America the Winter Soldier. Alright, so now it is the current record holder for the biggest opening weekend of 2014. Now, how is it with regards to the record all-time openings? Well, it is currently ranked at number 27. Transformers Age of Extinction is just above Iron Man at $98.6 million, but number one record holder is Marvel's The Avengers at $207 million. That's more than double of what Transformers Age of Extinction did. So, you know what? The Avengers, it had 4 movies to hype it up. A Thor movie, Captain America movie, an Iron Man movie, and an Incredible Hulk movie. So all of those have big stars in it, and therefore that's why Avengers had a lot of anticipation. As for Transformers Age of Extinction, it is what it is. There's a lot of fans that really love this series, but there's a lot of fans who also hate it. Critics hate it. So it doesn't quite have the same type of appeal or universal appeal that Avengers has. But at the end of the day, Transformers Age of Extinction still opened big. Now is the time where we do a prize giveaway for somebody who guessed the domestic opening weekend box office total correctly. Now, of course, it is at $100 million domestically, and I've seen a lot of people guess over. I've seen a lot of people guessed under at 98, 96, 97, 99, but only 3 people guessed correctly, exactly at $100 million domestically. Now, I'm only going to give away one prize, and that is the Western Star Optimus Prime poster. And our people who guessed right, or rather correctly, are Sweetie Tweety Sugar Pop, Zechariah LaPesca, and Dobby 1947. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put all 3 of their names on a randomizer, and then I'm going to find out who is going to get the prize. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to random.org and I'm going to input the 3 names on the randomizer. So we got Sweetie Tweety Sugar Pop, Zechariah LaPesca, and Dobby 1947. I'm going to show you guys right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to click the randomize button, and whoever appears on top is the winner. So drum roll, and here we go. Randomize. So number 1 is Sweetie Tweety Sugar Pop. All right, so congratulations. You are the winner for the Western Star Optimus Prime poster. And there you have it. Congratulations. Now, we still have another prize to give away, all right? Because I also asked you guys to predict the tomato meter at Rotten Tomatoes. Currently, the tomato meter is at, let's see what it's at right now. It is at 16%. Now, I've taken a look at all the tomato meter guesses, and I personally guessed 43%. A lot of people guess 40% and up. In fact, I've seen people guess as high as 60 to 70%, with the majority of the people guessing 40% or 40% around that range, all right? Well, the results are in, and only one person guessed exactly at 16%. And that one person who guessed right is our Mentatron. 16%, not optimistic. And because of that, you win this Transformers prize pack. And that is this Transformers Hunt for Decepticons Hasbro China catalog, as well as Transformers Dark of the Moon guidebook with 3D glasses, as well as this autographed Optimus Prime Robots in Disguise character card autographed by Neil Kaplan himself. All right, so congratulations to all the winners, and you guys need to contact me, provide me with your address, and then I will send you your prize. So congratulations to our Mentatron and Sweetie Tweety Sugar Pop. All right, so there you have it. Now, you know what? We're not done yet. Let's talk about concept art. And I was actually wondering, why isn't the concept art appearing before the release of the movie? Well, apparently they were really smart about it. They didn't release any concept art until after the movie's release. In fact, it's slowly just releasing itself little by little from each of the different artists. Now, if you want to check out any of the concept art, make sure you click the link on the description box below, because I posted a photo album on the Ragin Nation Facebook page. Hit that like button and check it out and let me know what you think, because you can comment on each individual photo, and concept art is just a lot of fun to look at, mainly because you want to take a look at how Lockdown or Drift or Hound or Crosshairs came to be before he looked the way he looks in the movie. So that's always very interesting. Concept art is always very fascinating to me because we're getting to see what goes through the minds of these artists before these characters became their final concept design. So it's very, very interesting. Hit the like button on the Ragin Nation Facebook page and check out the photo album. Now comes to the part where we conclude the video and start the discussion, and it comes all down to you guys. I want you guys to start posting your questions, okay? Post your questions about Transformers Age of Extinction for the people who have seen it, and then we'll start up the discussion. And maybe I'll pull up your question for the upcoming video, and we're going to do a whole video talking about that, because we definitely got a lot to talk about. This movie is actually full of plot holes, so because of that, we got some things to answer, and maybe you guys have the answers to my questions, and I'll have the answers to your questions, all right? Now, also, on top of posting your questions below, I want you guys to guess the final domestic box office numbers, okay? Post that down below, and then maybe 3 to 4 months later, we're going to find out what the final numbers are, and then whoever guessed right, I got a prize for you. I won't say what the prize is yet for now, but I'll say that there will be a prize, because I don't know what prizes I'm gonna have for you guys 4 months later. Okay, so the rules are just subscribe to this channel, like the Ragin Nation Facebook page, and then post your prediction below. Now, just to give you a bit of a guideline for the domestic box office of these movies, let's take a look at how these movies did domestically. The first Transformers movie did $319 million. The second Transformers movie, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, is the highest at $402 million, and Transformers Dark of the Moon did $352 million. Now, Transformers Age of Extinction is only on its first weekend of release, and I'm going to predict that this movie is going to do $292 million, okay? $292 million. So probably, which is going to end up being the lowest of the entire franchise. That's my prediction. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. And there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. We talked about box office. We talked a little bit about concept art. And there's plenty of more stuff to talk about in the future episodes. So stay tuned for TF4 Talk Episode 2. And also, I got to tell you that we talked about the evolution of Optimus Prime in the latest episode of the A3U review, and also some BotCon exclusives. So head over there, youtube.com/A3U review, if you want to see me and the A3U review gang talk about the new toys. So there you have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @Ragin Nation. Check out my photos on Instagram, @The Ragin Nation. I'll see you next time. Peace.